Hello students, welcome to Chaitanya Bharathi Integrated Academy. So we are here to bring to you today about the CUET examination. So as we know by now that the NTA, as a National Testing Agency, has conducted the Common Universities Entrance Test, that the CUET, for the very first time this year, that is in 2022. So we are here to bring to you about the required information that you as the candidates need to know about this exam. So let's begin. Former CUCET has been renamed as CUET. So, CUET is not a replacement of the CUCET. It is just an expansion of the previous exam in its scope. It will extend to all the 45 central universities of India. Well, earlier, under the CUCET examination, the central universities were free to choose to adopt the CUCET norms. But this time, from this time onwards, under CUET, all the central universities must adopt all the CUET norms. That is, to be able to get a seat in any of the central universities across India, you must crack this examination. All the participating 45 central universities will now follow the CUET norms for all the courses mentioned, that is the UG, PG and the integrated courses. Regardless the course you choose to opt, regardless the university you want to go into, you have to appear for this examination because this examination is the single window to get you a seat into any of the central universities for any of the courses that you are aspiring for. It will be the only way to get admission into any UG, PG or integrated courses. CUET will now provide a single window opportunity, single window opportunity to students from across the country regardless where they come from. Why single window? Because apart from CUET, there is no other criteria which can help you get an admission into any of the central universities. Now, difference in marking scheme, educational background, regional background cannot stop you from getting admission into your dream university. Unlike in the former CUCET examination, there has always been an imbalance in the admission criteria in the entrance procedure. But now, this imbalance or this disparity among the students regarding the regions they come from, the boards they come from, now CUET is going to be the level playing ground for all the aspirants, for all the candidates to get a seat into their dream university. NCERT 12th standard will be the base for this examination. This is the key takeaway for you. Why? Because NCERT 12th standard will be the base for this examination. That is, you don't have to go back to the 11th standard NCERT. So CUET provides a level playing ground to all the candidates by keeping the preparation requirement limited to your board exam preparation. See, the better you are prepared for your board examination, the higher are your chances for cracking this examination. Why? Because here you do not even have to go back to 11th NCERT textbooks. You just have to stick to your 12th NCERT textbooks. And that is why this is another reason how this exam is going to bring about uniformity across entire country. CUCET or CUET will be held in two slots of 3 hours 15 minutes and 3 hours 45 minutes. Well, this time it was conducted over 2 slots. We never know if NTA comes up with any changes in the ensuing attempt or the next attempt. For you, the information right now that's more important is you will have to stick to your 12th NCERTs and you have to be prepared for the various sections that this test is conducted over. And CUET is a land-based CBT with multiple choice questions. See, it will be online examination, there will be timer, and most of you, I won't say all, but most of you are not familiar with this pattern. So CUET is going to be an exam which is going to challenge you in this also, that you have to be more well equipped with the digital platform. You have to be more precise with your content, with your concepts, so that within the time bound period, you are able to choose the right option because the exam is going to be MCQ based and it will be online. It is the CBT based examination. So now let's find out how this exam is going to be conducted. So the structure of this examination will have 3 sections. Section 1, language test. Section 2, domain subject. And section 3, the general test. Now, even the language test, the language section is divided into 2 subsections. One, regional, that comprises 13 languages. So out of the 13 options, you will have to choose your one. And then 1B, it will be international languages. So this was the structure of the examination which was conducted in this year. Now this might change, we never know. So let us just have a look at how was the structure in the just recently conducted CUET examination. So in slot 1, it was conducted over 2 slots. So let's just discuss about slot 1 here. The first was language test. So any one language you have to choose from the 13 languages. There will be 50 questions, out of which 40 you have to attempt, and per question will carry 5 marks and the total marks would be 200. So the duration of the examination will be 45 minutes. That is 3 hours, 15 minutes. And then domain section. Another important information here is maximum 2 subjects. That is the maximum 2 domain subjects you can choose in this section. Domain 1 and domain 2 out of the 6 domain subjects to be chosen. So in this section there will be 50 questions, out of which 40 are mandatory, and then 5 marks for each question, and in total there will be 200 marks. Again 45 minutes per domain subject. Now the last section would be general test. So for the general test there will be maximum marks and you have to attempt 60 out of 75 questions in this section, and each question would carry 5 marks again. And for this you will have 60 minutes. I hope this is clear to you. Now moving on. See, this was all about just a sample of how the slots were divided, and now we have to look at it. Why is a proper guidance important for this examination? See, we are giving you a course for this examination, a year-long online batch, and it's going to start from 14th of October this year. Online test series would be for 2023 attempt, and the subjects we are offering are the language test, general test, domain subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, economics, political science, accountancy, business studies, history, sociology, geography, psychology. So these are the subjects that we are offering out of the domain subjects. And the course includes teaching of subjects and topic-wise mini test. You see, this is very important, the mini test, because after we are done with one concept, we need to analyze whether there are any loopholes in our understanding or grasping of that concept, and how are we going to understand that? Through mini test, that is a sectional test, and full-length mock test. Now, there are 2 kinds of tests that we are going to conduct. One is mini test, other is full-length mock test. Now, the mini test would be, it might be sectional test, and the full-length mock test would comprise all the concepts just in the CUET format. So, we are going to bring to you a very important piece of information at this point, now that we are acquainted with the exam structure and the exam requirements. So, when we talk about the guidance portion, you have to understand that this is the most important part that is going to be the game changer for you to crack this examination. Why? Because until this point, you have been preparing for the board examination, and the requirements of the board examination is quite different from this examination. Remember one thing, that this examination is going to be a competitive exam and national level competitive exam. And that too in the CBT format. It will be MCQ based, unlike your board examinations which are going to be subjective plus objective. So here you have to learn new things or new approach, I would like to say, and also unlearn certain other things. For example, you have to understand how to approach a topic, how to approach a particular concept. If we look at one concept like democracy. For your academic board exams, you have to approach the topic democracy from a different approach, from a more analytical and subjective approach. But for this examination, your approach has to be completely objective because the demand of the exam is such. And for this, you need proper guidance from the people who are constantly involved in this examination, and you have to appear for more number of tests because this is a prerequisite for cracking any examination, any competitive examination. The more number of test papers you appear, the more confidence you have and the more flair, the more speed you have, because it's all about the time. Within the stipulated time, if you are able to solve the question correctly, if you are able to solve, if you get able to choose the right option within less time, then definitely you are able to get more marks. And this is how this examination calls for better guidance, calls for better mentoring and a concerted effort in the right direction. See, you might be very hardworking, you might be very diligent, but if you do not have the right guidance and the right direction, somewhere something is missing. So we are here to fill that vacuum and bring to you the right kind of mentorship that you need for this examination. You can just contact us for the courses and the test series. That's all for today. Thank you so much.